Hey, hello everyone. So let's stop our simulation here and let's see what we have. I think it's looking really great. We are not having this jittering stuff. We avoid the chewing gum effect. So I like to cache because caching is faster than do the visualization in the viewport. So I recommend you to, after the volume solver, create a normal, just to recompute the normals again. And finally, let's create the cache. Let's create a file cache. And for this newer artist, a cache is, okay, as you can see here, Houdini create this blue line, which is like a temporary cache. A cache basically is to store the calculation data to do not calculate it again. So you will not need to wait and do your simulation because you are going to store in your machine. So you need to do a file cache. This node, what we need to touch is first of all, the frame range. If it's a static frame, just put it there. But in this case, it's more than one. So here, just put your frames. And then you have to tell Houdini the path. So where do you want to store? So in my case, remember to always hit the $heap folder here because it's going to bring you into the Houdini folder that you are working on. And I usually create a folder cache. Here I create what I'm caching. I'm caching cloth. Here I'm just creating the folders for the different cloth that I'm caching. In this case, a shirt. And here I usually put the version. In this case, I'm working on the version 3, and you put here the name. Okay? So basically this is the name that you want to put. You can put shirt cache, you can put pant cache, whatever you want. Then I usually put the version. Then I put the $F4, remember the F in capital letters, and this is compulsory if you want to save more than one frame, because F mean frame and 4 mean the digits you want to save. Like, for example, now Houdini is going to store as like 0001, 0002, 0003. And if we put like 6, for example, we will have 6 digits, like 000001. But we don't want this because we only have 4 digits in our whole frames. So let's put it 4 and it's going to be okay. Then we have the .bgo. So the .bgo is the format we need to use Houdini way to save caches. It's like the .mp4, for example. So in this case, we need the .bgo. And finally, this is not compulsory, but I put the .sc. The .sc basically is a way to make your cache lighter. I mean, we are gonna save space in our machine, but the problem is that the .sc is a slower visualization in the viewport. So I prefer to save disk space in my machine, but I prefer to save space. And then, okay, accept and this checkbox. Usually I activate this checkbox before click on save to disk, because if we are done and we save to disk and then we are excited because of our result, it's going to be great. But if we don't activate this checkbox, it's like Houdini is not caching anything. It's not reading the file that you have already saved into your machine. So remember, click this before save to disk. And now let's save to disk. See ya.